Okay, so finding reference angles. So we did that in 5.1, but we'll do it again here, and I'll try to put in both the degree and radian measurements. So you have, an angle here that's special, 30 degrees, right? And we said that the coordinates, the cosine and sine, are square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. Then we had a 45 degree, and the coordinates there were the square root of 2 over 2 and the square root of 2 over 2. And that was 45 degrees. And I forgot to put the radian measure. 45 is pi over 4, and 30 is pi over 6. Okay, and then we have the 60 degree, and it has coordinates of 1/2 and the square root of 3 over 2. Now this all comes from the sine and the cosine being x and y, okay? So, y and x. Anyway, then that is 60 degrees, and that is pi over 3. Okay, so we know the sine and cosine for 30, 45, and 60 degrees, right? Okay, now we have to go, though, to the next quadrant. So the next special angle, like right here, and that's 120 degrees. The reference angle is 60, okay? 120 degrees is, let's see, 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3. Okay. But now it has a reference. So 120 degrees, if you take 180 and subtract 120, you get 60 degrees. So it means the sine and cosine are going to be based off the 60 degree angle. You just have to know that which one's positive and which one's negative. Okay, so you're in the second quadrant, so x is negative. So it's going to be a negative 1/2 and the square root of 3 over 2. And now we'll do the 45 one that's over here, the one that has a 45 degree reference. That's going to be 135 degrees. Again, that comes from 180 minus 135 is 45. So it's got a reference angle of 45 degrees. That means it's going to be square root of 2 over 2, but x is negative. So it's going to be negative square root 2 over 2, positive square root 2 over 2. Now, why is the y value positive? Because you're in the second quadrant, okay? You're going up. All right, and then we have one down here, which is going to be 150 degrees. And I forgot to do the radian measure on the last one. And this one's going to be 5 pi over 6. And the other one was 3 pi over 4. Okay, and then this 150 degree angle, so 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. So it's going to be having the same values, except the x is going to be negative, okay? So you're going to have a negative square root 3 over 2, comma 1/2. So do you see how they're matching up? Okay. And then we keep going around the circle into the third and fourth quadrants, okay? So now we're going to have a 30 degree angle right here. It'll have a reference angle of 30 degrees. That's going to be 210 or 7 pi over 6. And so it's going to have a reference angle. Now, how do you get that? It's 180 degrees plus 30 degrees. That gets you 210 degrees, okay? Or if you do it in radians, 7 pi over 6. And so In the third quadrant, both x and y are negative. So it's going to be negative square root 3 over 2, negative 1/2. Okay? Then we're going to have the one that has a reference angle of 45 degrees, which is going to be 180 plus 45, which is 225, 225 degrees. And in radians, 5 pi over 4. And so it's going to have the reference angle 45 degrees. So it's the square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, but they'll both be negative. So negative square root 2 over 2, negative square root 2 over 2. Okay, now we've got to do the 60 degree one. It's going to be right here. And then that's going to be 180 plus 60 degrees, which is 240. 240 is going to be a 60 degree reference angle, but they're both negative. So it's going to be negative 1/2, comma, negative square root 3 over 2. Now we go to the fourth quadrant. So right here. So what we do in the fourth quadrant is, remember, we always go for reference angles to the x-axis. So it's 360 minus 60 degrees, which is 300. Oh, I didn't write in the degrees on the last one, did I? 240. And then what was that? It's going to be 4 pi over 3. Yeah. And then this one's going to be 300 degrees, and that's going to be 5 pi over 3. And then what are the coordinates going to be? So reference angle, you're going to have a positive x, you're in the fourth quadrant, positive x and negative y. So it's going to be 1/2 and negative square root 3 over 2. So positive x, negative y. All right, next one is going to be right here, which is going to be 360 minus 45 degrees, which is going to be 315, or 7 pi over 4. And it's going to have a reference angle of 45 degrees. So positive x square root 2 over 2, negative y square root 2 over 2. All right, and then one more. Right there. That comes from 360 degrees minus 30 degrees. That's the reference angle. And you get 330. So 330 degrees. And that is 11 pi over 6. And so again, it's going to have a positive x value, square root 3 over 2, and a negative y value, negative 1/2. And so those are the special angles. I didn't put the quadrantal angles on there, but it's the other ones. And I'll put a unit circle in a chart for you in Canvas. I just haven't done that yet. It's good to think about it and why these things are working this way. It'll help you remember it better. Okay? All right. I've lost something